This is Salamancer, you're watching SalTV, and I'm an idiot because these teams have already started playing, and I totally missed that. But Unexist here, back up to their last point so far against Insolence on Gullywash. It is 0-0 right now. My ferrets are trying to dig into something. There we go. That was the belch that I needed. So Unexist, yeah, backed up to their last point. They've got an Uber ready to go. I want to make sure they don't lose it. But I'm still getting emails. Ugh. This is the problem of having a job. Vad was on the sniper, didn't manage to really snipe much of anything there. Warden goes down though, and so does MSH. So the Uber was popped in the hallway, which isn't going to be really terribly good for the blue team. They're actually taking way too much damage here. They lose their medic, so this push is not working out at all from Team Insolence. And we are going to see both scouts here from Unexist now getting on the back cap. And they're going to save this round for their team. There was somebody, I think it was Edison, trying to go for a back cap of his own there on last, but he ends up getting taken down by GDK and could not outrace those two scouts there on second. So now Beartech already taking that nice little jump on that, that very narrow ledge, helping cap mid as well. And Insolence, if they're smart, they'll just start, yeah, they'll just start sticking up the choke point here. And they do have this nice little trap right there, which, yeah, it's visible. So I guess that's not going to be too big of a deal. But actually, GDK takes down Warden there, who was, I don't even know, I didn't see where he was, but I think he may have been trying to just dig straight through to the medic. There's no Uber yet, so he wasn't going to make him pop there. And there goes MSH and LMS. Oh no! It was almost a total wipeout here. Edison seems to be behind the blue team, and he's going to go for a bomb, as is Sammy as well. Neither of them pay off at all. And that is the problem with trying to play this aggressive once you lose your medic. If it works, that's great. If it doesn't work, you are so screwed. I think they may have forced a pop out of play, but it doesn't matter. Oh, actually it does, because Lag just died. So I thought that Unexist was going to go push in there and win that all out. But it turns out Sammy and Edison actually did pay off. They forced the Uber pop and then respawned in time. Edison, though, down once again. There goes the demo man who thought he was going to get a kill on the medic. Turns out, no, you're not. And it's just this style by Insolence isn't working out against Unexist. Unexist knows how to play against this. They've probably played against it before, and it's 5 against 3 now because everybody from Insolence keeps overextending. WG getting pushed back into his spawn. He'll have to go to the cabinet and waste precious seconds doing that. The only problem Unexist is having right now is that they don't have an Uber to push in with quite yet, but now they do. They're going to pop it. Their opponents have one as well. I'm trying to hold it for as long as possible. And they do. They manage to keep both those players alive very expertly. And Edison's going to jump in and try to... yeah, there you go. Nice kill on Lag. This is how you kind of want to follow, but there you go. Backs away, realizes that he's going to get pressured a little too hard. And now the rest of his team is pushing forward as well. So a good coordinated push here from Insolence. They've got to stop a back cap from the scouts. And actually the scout is now in on the medic. So it's actually Team Unexist's turn to make some weird moves. But Vad did get a kill out of that MSH. Not sure if it was terribly worth it. But even GDK has to agree. Nice jumps. And Spick here now is trying to lay down some damage on this scout who just won't have any of it. Warden, beautiful kill there on Spick. That's down a soldier here for Unexist. And one thing that I was always told, of course, I mean, if you're like a super awesome player, you can just completely ignore this, but I was always told that if you're going to take a one-on-one fight, don't. Unless you know your opponent has a severe disadvantage somehow, like you've caught him with his pants down, you shouldn't be taking one-on-one fights. This is a team game. You should have your team come help you kill somebody. And what we've actually seen out of this a lot of time is just one person trying to take a one-on-one or even a one-on-two or one-on-three. And it's crazy just how well, it's not crazy. It's completely expected how little that works. Anyway, the blue team Ubers in here with a 2-player disadvantage. WG trying to get a crossbow hit there, not really going to work too well. And he is going to have to back way away here, taking a lot of damage. Once again, Unexist with a nice player advantage. They're going to push on to second. They're actually thinking about getting into this lobby here. They got to be careful about doing that, but they're Russians. They're not going to be careful. Screw that. Screw that. Edison ends up eating that health kit, but dying anyway because everybody knew where he was going to go. And so that is just about all she wrote here. There's going to be a heavy trying to defend. He's taking a bit of damage, getting healed right back up. But a team Unexist has an Uber advantage here, and as long as they don't lose any players, they're going to be just fine. They actually have a sniper watching right now, and a scout. What is this scout doing? Nobody else was pushing. Why would you do that? What? Oh. So the team almost had Uber. And instead of pushing in with 100% Uber with 6 players, they're now running away with 2 players and an Uber, and are probably going to lose the second point because they pushed early, and nobody had the patience. I don't know. I'm not normally this critical of games, like I say, but it's just that these are bad decisions that the team is making, and as a result, it is causing them to lose these rounds. They just need to play it slow, and it seems like nobody's ever told them to play it slow, because they don't do that. MSH just took a hit though, and Vad's still looking for some sniper shots, not able to get them. This time around, Unexist is going to be sitting on their middle point here. Vad in a nice sniper location to watch both chokes, I think, if he really wants to, but mostly he's just going to be watching this main one here. Not the garage so much, or as it's called, the big door. I think that area is called the big door anyway. Maybe. I've been thinking of some other map. But it's the garage for sure. Unexist standing around and just waiting for the push, which is inevitable at this point. There is actually a sniper from our blue team. He's watching through the garage right now. Neither of these snipers... Well, I mean, I think the Insolence sniper realizes that Vad is there, but I don't think Vad realizes that he's going to have to counter-snipe. Oh, never mind! He just found MSH. Got a nice headshot. So that's going to be 1 man down for Insolence, and if they want to, Red can push in on that. That's a good time to be aggressive when you've gotten the pick. It looks like they're actually taking it slow here through the choke. They want to make sure they don't get ambushed, and they do get ambushed. So the Ubers pop a little bit early, but Edison ends up dying to that. And now they're going to try and force the pop out of the blue medic. Ew, drops it! That's a really nice kill there by GDK, who ends up taking down Sammy with a roller as well. Only 2 players left alive for Insolence. This is when Red Team needs to get aggressive, and a nice kill on that demo means a wipeout. So GDK, what he should do here, yeah, just lay down a couple stickies in front of the point. He can stand there, and if anybody tries to get on top of him, just kills him like that. Go for the bottle kill on the medic, but didn't even have to, as the medic was popped up far enough that he was away from the point and was not considered blocking it anymore. So that's 1-0 in favor of Unexist here on CP Gullywash. Both these teams are just making crazy calls all over the place. And you know what? Even if it's sometimes like not the right call, it's always fun to watch for me because I just love watching action, and it is non-stop action here from both of these teams. Unexist, they're doing a great job so far, and they won the last map. They look like they're in a solid position to win this one if they can keep playing like they have been. But if Insolence starts getting a little bit more cohesive, then they may have a problem. So far, though, wow, 3 versus 3 here with these players just sometimes getting tunnel vision. They're not really focusing each other. We saw, a demo man and a soldier there picking different targets. Of course, the demo, I think, was going for the sniper, and the soldier was going for a demo? I don't remember. Regardless, I mean, it sort of worked, but really, if you can focus down players, that's the better option. And blue team, Insolence, capturing mid. I think this happened last time around as well, but we kind of missed it because I was stupid. And WG going to keep his team healed up. He's got a big Uber advantage. They've got to watch out for sticky traps. And that is what they're doing right now. They want to make sure they don't lose this Uber needlessly. And there is a soldier up there who's going to go try and pop it. Doesn't manage to even land a hit. Can't lay a finger on my WG. So the medic is still alive and well. And we've got some good spam coming in from this demo. But he ends up dying to Beartech, who is going to grab a little health kit and find a scout and probably die here. Yep. It's a tough situation when you're facing off against 2 scouts like that. Unexist now going to go back up to last once again, and a nice little sticky trap over here on this right-hand river side. But detonated a little bit too late there, as this scout is already pressuring in and takes down GDK. That's a useful thing to do. And now the Uber is popped here. They've got a soldier on the point, but the Uber is pretty close to ready. Oh no, if Blade had just kept healing, he would have had that Uber, but now Warden's behind the point, takes down 2 players at once. There you go, Insolence gets 1-1. I have a little bit of allergy trouble here now, but it doesn't matter. This is an awesome game, and Warden helping out. I want to see what this guy does mid-fight. This is one of the guys who hooks me up with all these Russian games. And he's going to take this little jump on that little ledge. Take a little shot at that little scout there. And I think I've said little just about enough, as Warden ends up eating a pipe, and he's the first casualty of that mid-fight. Spick looking to see whether he can kill the demo or the medic, and can't kill either. Kritzkrieg out of Blade, and their team actually has more players up. They've lost, they haven't lost their demo, I'm sorry. So they are going to be able to pop the crit stickies pretty darn soon here. Here it goes! Oh no, they don't even have to because they don't know where the medic is yet. Where's WG right now, they ask themselves. I don't know. But looking at how aggressive they are, WG better realize, yeah, he's gotten away. A good kill on Edison, and GDK ends up getting killed himself. But the crit rockets come in and take down Warden and MSH, so there's only 2 players left. They are going to have, no, they're not going to have an Uber. WG not able to get it in time. He wasn't connected to that soldier. Unexist take that point decisively after a good mid-fight win and a good crit screen to follow it up. And really the mistake there was that WG only had 98% Uber, hadn't built it up yet. And I think was it him or was it Blade last time around? I think we've seen a medic anyway do that twice now, pulling out the Uber Saw. It was Blade last time around, pulling out the Uber Saw instead of just healing and getting the Uber ready to go. And at 98%, I mean, there's no excuse for that. So, anyway, Unexist here actually in about an even mid-fight right now, and in fact they're losing more players than they are killing. It is a lot of players left alive for Insolence, and they're pressuring pretty heavily here. Why is GDK doing this? I don't know. He apparently just had a death wish, because now everybody from Unexist is dead. That was a wipeout, and not only is second point going to get captured here very easily on Gullywash, because it's such a short distance and such an easy choke to get through, but there's an Uber advantage for WG, so they will push on to last with 100%. And Bertek and GDK going to spawn in time. We'll see what happens. They actually are running the crits. Well, they weren't going to have an Uber in time anyway, and they actually just killed WG somehow. I didn't even see the kill feed, so completely missed that. But WG somehow dropped an Uber. Oops. So the crit streak is going to be probably effective, as long as they don't get back capped. And they've killed 3 players now. GDK is on a streak here. 3 men down for Insolence. So we're going to see a crit spree. I mean, this is going to be basically for free. Whenever they want to pop it, they certainly can. They probably want to go after the medic if they can manage it. And there they go. They spot the medic, and they manage to get 2 kills with 1 crit sticky. There's another kill there. These crit sprees are crazy. And there goes the Demo Man dubstep as well. So Edison and Warden, the only men left alive for their team. And Edison goes for a kill there. Ends up getting rocketed down into the ground by that sticky and craters. Cratering, of course, the word that we use to mean somebody dies by landing on the ground, creating a crater. That's what it is. So craters down into the ground there and ended up dying. GDK now jumping up himself, and looks like he wants to lay down a couple sticky bombs, but he lays them in the wrong direction first. Spots the heavy medic combo over there, and there was a soldier as well, but they're getting pressured back a little bit as Insolence has lost another player. It's already 2-1 in favor of Unexist, and if they win this map, remember, they will win that $100 prize for the Russian Knight Cup. They will also win bragging rights. They get to put little things on their profiles that say, we won the Russian Knight Cup, because we're awesome. Sammy trying to take down that soldier. Lag will not have any of it, but I think they tried to pop a Kritzkrieg in there, and that didn't work at all. GDK and Blade are both down. Now there's a scout in on the medic here. Can they stop this scout? Yes, they can, but WG ends up taking a rocket from Spick. He's now down. It's just Warden left from the point, but he does manage to take down 1 player and kills the scout. So the big heavy on defense. This is your Russian right here, man. That's how you do it. I was gonna make a Stalingrad joke, but I can't even think of one right now. Bertek actually on the spy, interestingly enough, and they're still running crits, so they are going to have a nice advantage there. Let's find the Bertek cam. They've spotted him. Oh, but he's actually disguised as a scout, so they don't know for sure if it's a spy. And there you go. Takes the cloak. Going to walk through the lower entrance where nobody's spamming right now. Insolence has 2 players down already. So it's, of course, going to be even tougher for them to find this spy. And now they've lost Warden as well. No more heavy. It means Bertek might not even have anybody to stab here. Might just want to go get on the point and start getting some capture time down. But no, GDK is the only man left alive outside of him. Not good here, my friend. Oh, he gets the stab on the demo. It doesn't matter too much, though, as there's a couple soldiers here to come and stop him. But at the very least, that demo is down. And Admirable is contacting me.
The control point is being configured.
So maybe he's going to come back in and help me out. Who knows? The Insolence team now is grabbing the second point there once again. And so they are not in danger of losing this round. It is still 2-1. but Unexist still has a bit of an advantage here in the points, and they've got a player advantage. They've got to watch for this Uber, and lag may have been just a little bit overextended. They did force the Uber out of blue, and now Vad is a little bit out of position, but can he get away from this? Nope. Scout finishes him off, and MSH now eats a pipe from GDK. Admirable. How are you doing, my good friend?
Doing fine, man. Just been playing some intense PCWs. Sorry, scrims, whatever you Yanks call them. And I'm ready to rejoin you.
Awesome. Well, I've given you the SalTV info. This is the finals, and it's already the second round. So what happened in the first round in CP Granary was Unexist won in a 5-4 victory. Right now it's 2-1. Unexist looking solid. They've popped the crits once again. Take down the medic there. WG was... I don't even know why he was there, because the rest of his team was not. And yeah, he's just smiling about it.
Who's the opposition?
Players here. What's up?
Who's the other team? Unexist and
Insolence. As
Insolence.
in, like,
okay.
Like
You insolent
back
swine.
to your superiors. Yeah, yeah. Giving him sass. That's what they're doing. They're sassing him.
And you tell me it was 5-0 in the first map?
No, 5-4.
Oh, that's not so bad. That's a final. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. But remember that if Unexist wins this one, they win the game, and they win that $100 prize. So we'll see what happens, man. As Insolence are now back up to their last point once again, and if they lose this, they're going to have to come up from a 2-point deficit. How much time is left? 12 minutes. That's not terrible. But we have seen that teams can hold off for like 10 minutes if they want to. Kritzkrieg coming in once again. They've taken down the medic for a third time. WG can't be happy about this. Sammy comes in, just tried to pressure it back a little bit, but MSH eats another crit rocket there. It's 3 versus 3 now. Warden on the heavy, but only has 103 health left. My voice is dying, so if you are in, I need you to take it.
Damn, picking that medic was key, but they could have just like regrouped for half a second and healed up and gone in again together, but they chose to keep pushing. That soldier came in with a beautiful flank. I love doing that myself, straight from that middle door, peeking around the corner. Boom, 2 rockets, team down. And they're going to push out here. They've got a sniper on that right side, always got to watch out for that. Whoa, Spick catches Edison there with an ICER rocket, straight down on him. Like some sort of medical exam with his rocket launcher. That was point blank.
That's gross.
Like, you know, one of those ear things right in his ear.
Yeah, ear, that's what you were talking about.
A rocket enema maybe in the head, I don't understand.
Oh, we have Unexist now backed up to the middle point here, and it is still 2-1, so not too bad. We've been in this position before where WG had an Uber advantage. They were trying to push out here, and the push just failed, so we'll see whether they can make it happen this time around. The Uber's ready to go, and it's not a crit, I don't think. Nice way to separate that soldier from the medic, though. Taking down lag, but they've lost 2 players in return. And once again, this could be a failed push, as Insolence is losing more and more. Edison does get the kill on Vad, so it's 3 versus 3 now. But they have to watch out for back caps. There's a scout back here, just being a pest.
Comes to the as well from the flank. They're all looking at the scout, but they haven't seen this crit. Oh, it's popped. Nice reactions there. Unexist trading so many players there just to get this crits off, and it hasn't done anything at all. Demo Man's bombed in below, though. He should go. No, nice sticky trap there from www. I'm not going to say that name.
Demo.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
We do have Insolence once again with a little bit of a win on this. They're going to cap mid. And the Ubers are about even. GDKs can help build that just fine, so they shouldn't have to worry too much. But they won't be able to defend second. Anyway, admirable. The story of the day has pretty much been overextension and like single players bombing in one at a time to die. So it doesn't surprise me that that's what would happen before that crits. In fact, there was a point at which like the attacking team, I think it was Unexist, very nearly had their Uber ready to go. The enemies didn't have an Uber yet, but like 10% before the Uber was ready, they all bombed in and they all died. It was just like, why would you do that?
Did you know that there is no Russian word for coordination? Maybe that's the problem.
GDK gonna sneak in here with a Kritzkrieg once again. Tries to take somebody down, can't do it though. Very good reaction, and the Uber is popped. So now, as Insolence pushes in here, they only have 3 players on the field at the moment in position. They take down Beartech though, so they could still try and make this. It's just that they have to push into a heavy who is overhealed. That's a tough thing to do.
They're making a play here though. They've sent one soldier through that formerly water area, and he's on the point right now, and they're getting stickies on it. This is nice. Draws out heavy down, takes him out. 2 soldiers still there. Demo's raining stickies in. Beautiful textbook of how to do it, not how to fail. Loving it.
Well, they didn't have a crits, so that wouldn't have even gone there anyway.
Oh, that other textbook we're writing, man.
Yeah, well, you know, TF2 University, all that.
Oh, they really made something happen there. Just drawing the players onto the point and giving the demo man the chance to kill everybody.
Yeah, I'm watching the soldier cam right now out of Spica, and he's going to take a jump over to the right side after realizing that his opponents are all over here, but eating a lot of damage as a result. And Unexist, once again, losing a lot of players, so they got to watch for this. Like that. Bad. Ooh, yeah, almost back off.
There's this guy dancing around here. The soldier hasn't seen him. He's right behind his back. It's like every time he turns around, he turns around. Oh, he gets him in the end, but they've really lost that height advantage. There was a window of opportunity there where both the Unexist scouts were just laying down such damage, but they just didn't have any backup. I think they're going to have to retreat here, or else do something crazy.
Well,
do something crazy is the answer, I guess.
Do something crazy, man. They're Russians. Why would you ever expect anything else? Retreat is not a word in their dictionary. Sammy took some of that Uber and started laying down some damage, but he is actually backed off now, which is something I don't normally say about Russians, but he has backed off. The rest of his team really hasn't, though. Warden, gets away with 1 health. Sammy ended up dying. And if there's one guy who I think Insolence needs to like rein in and tell him to stop suiciding, it is Sammy. Every time Sammy is suicided, practically, it has given a round away for his team, or at least given away points.
Damn. That's tough, man. That's tough love. But one person I've got a lot of love for is Warden on the Inso side there. He is one of the main casters in Russia. He runs that TF2world.tv, .ru.tv, whatever. That's it.
But it looks like our Unexist team is ready to push in once again and make this 3-2 in the last 7 minutes or so. Now, interestingly, if this was American football, and maybe you don't watch a lot of it, but in American football, if a team has a pretty strong offense, they'll kind of just like sit there and run down the clock. Towards the end of the game, they'll just say, "Okay, well, we want to make it so that our opponents do not have enough time. If we get to score here, they don't have enough time to win. So they could just park this bus here for a little bit and not be aggressive." Which I know I'm asking a lot of the Russians, but if they aren't terribly aggressive here, they could sit here, wait for their opponents. No, they do pop the Uber. They could have wasted a lot of time off the clock and just forced them not to get it. But there goes Vad actually taking down my MSH. The heavy is on those pipes, and this push is not working out for Unexist at all.
Yeah, big back cap going on here from MSH. He's taken down Vad, like you say. He does get taken out himself, but he's done so much in distracting Unexist right now. Then comes Warden with a nice shotgun kill on that fleeing demo man. Sniper seems harder to kill, but he goes down eventually. And we're going to see this capped easily. Probably 3 as well.
Yeah, Vad, the only one getting away from that. And everyone else is like, dude, did you just run away from a fight? What are you doing, Vad? Why would you ever do that? But Vad actually is doing this exact same thing because it was just some really solid aggression now. Good coordination this time out of the Insolence team. Part of that is that they're not sending Sammy forward to suicide, and that's actually pretty important. He's able to deal down a lot of damage. Let me get on that camera.
Got Vertek here on the flank as well. Sniping here. He's been, but he's really causing a lot of distraction right now. Everybody's dropped off the point so they don't get sniped. They're all hiding from that sniper. Now he's had to back off too. Coming in again. And there is a push on choke. It's a pincer attack right now. Vertek sniping in here. Uber has been forced.
That was the sniper forcing that Uber. The medic saw him aiming right at him. He was just like, oh crap. So anyway, it does look like though that Uber was actually really good for Insolence. They managed to kill a bunch of players there from Unexist. Vertek is still up, but he actually ran him to last and respawned as a scout.
Yeah, Insolence just seemed to be keeping their players together in a solid group. Like they tried to use the flanks there, but nobody really tried to deal with the sniper or the scout. They just all 6 went through choke and killed everybody. So whatever works, man.
But it looks like right now they're pushing forward with Warden on the heavy. 33 health left on that guy, but he is okay. We'll get away with it. GDK does end up getting 1 kill there, and Sammy dies to something, but he ended up taking down that.
Dirty bag cab going on.
Nice.
It's that one.
Pretty important there. I missed it too. MSH got the back cap. 4.5 minutes left to go. And Unexist, looking like their chances of winning this map are fading away, which means we may go to that decider map of Snakewater after all.
You know what, man? And when the casters miss the back cap, that just means that they're doing it right. You know, that's a proper back cap.
Oh, don't try to make excuses. We're both just terrible. Spica ends up trying to jump in and take down the demo man, who got there a little bit late, I think. But it's not going to matter too much as The double Wonder Wall dubstep here is fully back up to full health. Insolence losing this mid-fight, though. They've got a bit of an Uber advantage. And actually, if they wanted to, they could almost go back in. They don't really want to walk through a choke point held down by a demo man, though.
You can't cap and hold the choke at the same time, though, and like they're not getting any time in the point here. So maybe they will block once they get players. Look at this. They're all in the garage. Could easily jump in here. And they're rushing. I think they might want to.
No. They're faking us both out here. I think they realized they couldn't actually contest the point, so they didn't want to get back camped, and that's a good decision. They just said, nah, we'll let them push into us.
I think we've entered a new chapter in Russian TF2. The penny has finally dropped, and they're like, whoa, maybe we shouldn't push right here.
Or maybe they were just they're just too drunk. I have no idea. I don't know. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They do seem to be...
Unexist taking a lot of damage here on that garage side. There is a scout on the flanks as well, and a soldier in the lobby. They're just... Oh, in comes Warden, does a lot of damage, but takes a lot himself. So many players behind right now. They need to make a decision who they're going to kill. The guys in front or the guys behind, and they do get those two soldiers behind. Great play. Now they just need to pick off this demo and medic. That demo is all out of stickies, all out of pipes. He's going to have to reload right here. But they don't go for it. Two scouts up top and they back off. Don't agree with that.
Well, I think at this point, Team Insolence, they just want to make sure they win the game. It's 2.5 minutes left to go. And that whole decision not to push on to mid, pretty much they just didn't want to wipe out and end up losing, because then it would have gone to a golden cap. Right now they're a point ahead, so they may as well just play conservative, and that seems to be their call.
I've seen many a team lose when they try to play smart and bring out some strategy like this, super defensiveness that they never use normally. They think, yeah, we should hold here, and then they feel.
Well, if they haven't practiced it, they might, but they've got a nice Uber ready to go now. They can hold on for a nice long time. Their opponents are probably about to Uber in, but they are going to encounter some invincible blue players. Oh, nice! Lag trying to jump in there and take out the medic. Didn't get a single shot on him as he got air shot and blasted down to the ground.
I don't know why you would jump into a heavy ever, unless you knew he was super low. But like that's just a suicide mission. It's no hope right there, man.
Well, right now it's 2-3, and Unexist, I mean, they're feeling the pressure. They need to get in there. They only got time for maybe 2 pushes, and if they waste any more time, they only have time for 1 push. Spicker right now, who is playing offensive heavy, is actually taking a bit of damage. So he wants to get that overheal up on as many players as possible. They push the Uber through this pool. They don't push it through yet. They're just trying to get the kills. Now, finally, no, they're not walking through. They're backing away. So
yeah, as long as they don't do anything stupid here. This is good, actually. I was half expected Inso to do something stupid and lose some players, but just held tight. And that Soda gets focused down. Lag again, getting picked out. There's a scout in that sneaky spot. But this Heavy's doing so much damage, nobody's focusing. Demo's gone down for Inso. That's double Wonder Wall down. And Medic doesn't know what to do. He's running here to heal his Heavy, and they're just collapsing here. This is all Unexist.
That it is. So it's 3-3, and with how much time left here? 45 seconds. We're going to a golden cap.
Woo! This map can be capped in 47 seconds. TCM Byte will tell you so. They once capped against Epsilon, I think it was. I forget. Maybe Dignitas. They actually.
Speaking of, you want to know what the fastest cap time I've ever seen on Gravel Pit?
What?
1:30.
1:30. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I'd maybe do that on a Sunday morning, you know, stretching it out.
It was actually in a Highlander game, and looks like they have just gone ahead and decided, okay, nobody can cap, so we are going to go ahead and do our golden cap, I think. Yep, they're setting it up for 10 minutes, so we'll be right back with that. And so we're back. Of course, Admirable did join me here for this golden cap round, and we'll see whether Insolence can stay in it and bring it to a 3rd map, or whether Unexist will win the $100 right here on CP Gullywash.
Both demo men coming in from that choke side, trying to do damage down low onto people as they come in from garage, but not so much Joy. It's all coming Inso's way though. 3 kills, and they're going to take that point and push ahead pretty quick. There's stickies on choke here though from GDK. Don't think he's going to get any frags from that.
So, yep, not going to happen.
GDK doing so much damage here. Everybody's looking the wrong way. GDK gets the pick onto the demo man there, but he's going to go down himself.
And then Edison
it's a dangerous trade.
Down, so it's trading kill for kill at the moment, with Insolence slowly losing players, and they may not be able to cap this point anymore. So even though the Ubers are ready to go, they're probably going to have to reset and get this choke point stalemate kind of thing set up. Maybe even not. They actually had Warden a little bit overextended there, and now we have the red team, Unexist, pushing back out. They haven't even popped the Uber yet. They've forced a lot of damage down onto WG, and he does finally pop it. Pretty well timed there, but the problem is he popped first, and so now Unexist has a nice advantage to work with.
Wow, nice flash there on his shoulder, saved him from a jumper. That was Edison got shut down. Oh, too many frags coming in here for Unexist. I think they're going to steamroll through here. Cap 4, maybe 5.
They haven't gotten the medic yet, but yeah, they are going to cap second. Or fourth. Whatever you want to call it. From their perspective.
Whatever you want, man. Whatever you want.
Whatever, dude. That's just like your opinion, man. But Unexist, yeah, they do cap that second point. They're down a player and are pushing into the lobby, which is a little risky, but it should be okay.
They do have a slight edge here. Like, they haven't been building it. I think they've lost a few percent, but if they push on the button, they do have a window to pick that medic, take down WG, and
One of the
win
world's
the golden
smallest
cap.
though. And rapidly fading as the medic isn't actually healing people. Looks like we have a defensive spy. Maybe.
He must be...
No, never mind. He decides against that. The Ubers are already in, so it's too late. Lag, trying to push in, ends up dying. Pretty common story there. Beartech ends up dying as well, so Insolence winning this defense so far. They've lost their demo, though, so they gotta be careful. Oh, and look at that heavy. Spica just cleaned house on everybody who's trying to come in after the medic.
Yeah, what a tank. You just can't push against that heavy, man. He is a high damage character beast in there, and they're just going to hold tight until they get those spawn reinforcements. And they do have an Uber advantage again. I wonder if they realise this time.
Oh, they're building as fast as they possibly can, and I do hope they push on the clock.
Oh, check out MSH again. He switched it up. Doing some James Bond action right here.
Some Mission Impossible. I went and saw that new Mission Impossible recently. It was pretty cool.
Is it good?
This
I
guy
haven't
is
seen it, man.
interesting. I think it's just going to go back and change again. The Uber is already in here. They pushed on the clock exactly like they should. WG gets taken down, so no Uber at all for the blue team anymore. Both heavies are dead, and there you go. WW just barely holding on to the point, but he gets, not Uber sawed, scattergunned, I think. Insolence has 2 players left. It's just Blade, the medic. Can he get away from this? No.
Wow, if he had needles, man, I fancy he could have taken that. Super low health on both those players right there. But the crossbow, the damage output, just not great.
I don't know what you're talking about. I love that crossbow.
Yeah, man, it's... I think it's
awesome,
good.
huh?
It's good for saving people rather than killing people. Maybe I just don't have the same aim as you, bro, but...
I have 95 kills on my crossbow.
I've got a few,
I
but...
mostly play pugs, too, so, you know?
I used to use it a lot, but then I just came to the conclusion that it wasn't as good as the needle gun.
Yeah, well, maybe
Sorry,
you're just
man.
a jerk.
Maybe I'm just
Maybe
bad.
you just don't like fun.
I think the healing potential is great, but I think you get distracted by it. Like, you start using the crossbow and you should be healing people with your medigun, and it's just so slow and cumbersome, man. More happy to just pop out the needles if I need to.
It is, and it doesn't really fit the medic style very well. If you're going to try and defend yourself, you do kind of need the needles. The crossbow, I don't really know why it has gained so much prominence at this high level of TF2. Because, especially with the Russians, the way they play, they leave their medic abandoned so much. He's not going to get the protection he needs. He needs the needles. And I just never see a medic hitting a crossbow shot to heal his teammates. I don't see that happen.
It's very often you see like a clutch heal, but it's handy sometimes just to speed up your heal order. You know, if you see someone super low, you can hit them on your way. But in the middle of a fight,
but again,
it's quite random if you actually hit those.
Yeah, I don't see it happening. So it seems like a way to gimp the medic that players are using because it's in vogue, rather than because they really seriously thought about it.
Because medics want to be taken seriously. We are a skillful class. Please take me seriously.
But as skilled as the huntsman right there.
Oh wow, you don't get those lame easy
look at
headshots.
this. 2 scouts for our blue team, both down beneath the point right now, and nobody's spotted them. They're using that new drop down very effectively.
That is very interesting, actually. This is quite dangerous, standing in plain sight, so to speak.
Well, they're going to wait for the red team, I think, to try and push through this choke. But is red even going to push? Because right now it's 4 minutes left. and they
they know if they hold middle, they win.
Yeah, that's the whole thing about a golden cap, is that if you hold the middle point, you do win if the time runs out and nobody's capped.
Oh,
Edison tries to
love
jump
this.
in, and Vad gets that kill.
This is just a bait. They're letting Edison sack himself so that they think they have an advantage. They're going to push in here, and the scouts are still going to go for this back cap.
Yeah, here comes that push, just like you said. And the scouts are wrapping around to the back. They've spotted the sniper. They've spotted the demo and medic combo back over here. They take down the demo and the medic. Nice.
The control point is
And that
being
was sick.
contested.
Absolutely was. Problem is, there's a ×3 on this second board. Right
Yeah.
now. It is a cap race, and I think red team will win this one. Oh no, just
Oh.
barely saved there. Wow.
It was heroic from Edison, jumping out. Didn't quite make the right height to get on the point, but direct hit onto that soldier. And then picks up the scout too. Whew, so close. This could be the greatest golden cap round of all time.
Absolutely could. That was a really impressive play, a really smart play by Team Insolence to have both those scouts just hide down there. And it worked. It worked pretty aggressively.
Big advantage here. It's sitting on a 40% differential. And not even prodding the choke points right now. They're just going to wait for that Uber and then push through. And I'm surprised that the Unexist are playing so aggressively here. If they just get Ubered on, they're going to die right now. They should be on the high ground at least. Defending on low with an Uber disadvantage.
And Birdtech just dies for no reason. You know.
Yeah, MSH overextends as well. Gets picked up by that roaming heavy. Looks like Rubicon has been setting a trend in Russia. Everybody's doing the roaming heavy now.
Pretty much. Especially on Gullywash. I mean, I think it works. It just works.
Oh wow, I guess they're not even going to push, man. I'm not even thinking straight here. Like, they're just going to hold because it's golden cap, Liam rules.
Well, it's probably not a good idea. You still want to push just because the more distance you put between your enemy and the middle point, the harder it is for them to take it. But there goes the heavy right now. The Uber is popped. At this point, I mean, I would actually like to see Team Insolence push because they've still got 2 minutes to work with. And that's 2 pushes by Unexist that could come in and take mid from them. So far, not going to happen at all because, of course, Unexist just got owned. But what do you know?
The control point is
Yeah, they're going to go for it now when they have a surefire advantage. But yesterday, I don't know if you caught it, man, we casted a game on Vanilla Division 2B, and it was a golden cap on Snakewater, and one of the teams, MIPC, actually were pushing on to last, and it was a golden cap, and they didn't push. They just kept killing their opponents and falling back and not capping it because they held middle, they would win. So they were making a sort of protest to the admins that they don't like this 10-minute rule.
Oh, I see.
I thought the Russians might be doing the same, you know.
Time is
But
running out now. 1 minute left. It's going to be very difficult for Unexist to win this. And
Uber
they're
popped
trying to
here,
get
though.
aggressive.
or is it? Yeah, it is an Uber popped in lobby. I don't know if that was forced. I quite missed that one.
Well,
But they
we're
are
gonna
going
have
out
to
here.
Uber of WG, and they already changed
Oh.
rules, so I think we know what happened there. That was a win for Insolence. And that means we are going on to a third map. And Ribble, I hope you can stick around with that. Do stay tuned, guys.